Hi, buddy. It's Jeff. I'm trying to get the lighting here. I'm sitting in a restaurant here and to get the lighting. See if I get in the right corner. It's going to make me too bright, right? So I'm going to have to sit here so I'm not too bright. Here, get this corner kind of here. Yeah, that might be. That's better. That looks better. Not getting this, but the lighting here. So Jeff here. I'm going to be putting this up on probably the Taylor group, the Taylor Facebook group, and other things. Yesterday I went. I'm going to do. I made a long video. I actually walk through and explain all this in one long video, but no one's going to want to watch that long video except for like us geeks, right? So I'm going to make shorter videos here. I'm going to redo them rather than go and chop them up because go and chop them up is going to be more complicated. It takes more time. It's faster just redo these small little ones, right? So I'm going to talk about here a few guitars I went and tested yesterday after 3 years of 5 years actually not going to any music shops probably because I haven't bought a guitar in 7 years actually. Haven't bought a new guitar in 7 years. But so I'm going to talk about a few guitars I went and tested that haven't been out in COVID at all during the COVID period. Just because I'm a 2 hour round trip or 2 hour straight trip, the train trip and subway trip to any music shop in Paris that's worth like going to test guitars, right? Plus, it's been COVID. Plus, they deactivated my badge at work, so it's like I couldn't go to work anyways. Or then I could go in a couple of days, and and the music shop's so far away from the office that anything that I want to test guitars at is like it's just so far just out of my way, kind of complicated, right? So I went Saturday. I went Saturday up to test a bunch of guitars, and so I'm going to actually do a playlist here of a few of the guitars I went and tested. I'm going to talk about them. So this is just the Taylors. I'll say that I went in the guitar in the morning. I went to the shop in the morning about 11 o'clock in the morning. Arrived there 11:30 in the morning and told the guy I'm going to be testing guitars all day. So he was fine. Then his replacement, and he gave me a couple of guitars, and I testing and stuff. And I've been restarting playing guitars. I haven't played guitars in 2 years, so I restarted playing guitars 2 weeks ago, and I started with the song Africa, which is the hardest song in the world to do. Go watch my video on how I choosing the capo to play that song, right? So yeah, that was the whole thing. Or getting a capo because everything's closed, right? So playing the song without a capo is really tough, and then having to get a cheap capo because I didn't have a choice. Yes, I didn't have a choice to do it because it was on the weekend, and everything's closed here on Sundays and on Mondays because all the shops are closed on Mondays here. So that's the way it is in France. Everything's closed. Yes, closed. So actually, I get a capo. So getting capo, I got it after doing the song, and now I'm going to do because I got to do an open mic coming up. So it's been like 2 years since I've actually well, many years since I've been to any shop, okay, music store. So I went yesterday, and I said I went and was going to spend the whole day there, and I told him I was going to spend the day, and I said I'm a customer. I've been a customer before. I bought a first edition, at least with that shop, at least a first edition 614. I could tell him the year that I bought it and when I did. And he believed me. Then his replacement at lunchtime didn't want me to test any more guitars because he started me picking up a whole big, thing. I'm gonna do that one in French to kind of, shame that shop, right? Because he said, "We're not here for testing." I said, "What? What? Hey, I'm not here to test guitars. These are too expensive." He said, "Over in the piano section, they let me test. So what's the problem here?" And I said, "You know who you're dealing with here." So, and he said, "No, we're not here to test." I said, "He wants us to buy the internet, right?" So he wants to buy the internet and then complain about it because we didn't fit our needs, right? I said, "You don't even know what the guitars are. I know the features better than you do." So we're going to have Taylor's going to, I'm going to tell Taylor about that shop and how they treat people. We'll do that too. That's a separate discussion. But so in this series here, I'm going to go through each of the guitars because I had each one. I talked about in the one longer video. I'm going to each one separately. I'm going to tell about what I thought about it compared with my other guitars I've got, right? So, so the first few minutes out of the video, as I'm going to go through it, well, maybe I'll do it here again. We'll see. It's important when you're choosing a guitar to know what you got already before you decide to get another guitar because it's all based on what you already know, right? So there's going to be a bit of that, and I'm going to tell you each of the well, maybe the other video I'll keep that part at the beginning where I talk about, what I already have because that kind of we already know that, right? Because I've tested like hundreds and hundreds of Taylors, and have done a lot of evaluations on my YouTube studio or YouTube channel about the Taylors. It's always the same format, always the same way. And I know, people know I know Taylor guitars. That's not the problem. So the thing is, what did I think about testing the V classes for the first time? Yes, it was my first time to test a V class guitar. Yes, that's how long I haven't been testing guitars. So, hey, that's what life is, right? COVID and everything. I live a long ways from Paris, okay? And I'm not going to drive a car to Paris. Yeah, it's public transport. Can't go in COVID, right? So, and if I'm going to go to Paris, I want to make it like make it worth my time to go up there and come back, right? I'm not going to go up there just to spend 4 hours in a train to spend like 20 minutes in the shop. Not worth my time, right? So, so I'm going to go through and just go one by one. Each of the guitars I tested, what I thought about it compared to the other guitars I've got, okay, or I've tested. So kind of or that I tested elsewhere and owned, or have thoroughly tested, or everything. I'm going to talk about those and tell about a little bit how tell about the kind of the experience and what I think about them. I'm not biased, I'm not a Taylor fan. Okay, yeah, I got Taylors. I like Martins. I like all kinds of brands. Yamahas. I have all types. Got Takamines. I got 4 old Takamines too. So it's not like I have to have a Taylor. It's just Taylor's got the sound I look for. Okay, except for Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama and John Denver got to play Martin, right? There's just no choice about that one. So as an acoustic player, so I like Sweet Pretty Women. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna play my baritone for that one. I'm not gonna play a Taylor guitar for that, okay? Unless I'm gonna talk about that. So let's go through and we're gonna learn. We're gonna separate videos. You can watch these individually. You can say, hey, that video's too long, right? So I'm gonna do it so you can just walk through and each watch them and kind of get you to want to go to the next guitar, right? So you want to watch this. So I'll do a series of short ones in the playlist. And hopefully you like that. Yeah, I'm talking fast because people, YouTubers, and Facebook and YouTube, you know what they do? They talk fast. That's how they do it. That's how it goes through. And then you won't have to click. I don't have to tell you speed up the video by clicking on 1.5 to speed up the video because I'm talking fast already, right? If you can't understand it, well, we got to find a way to slow it down, right? Okay, so hey, you're going to see, hey, stop drinking coffee. No, I'm speaking fast because that's the way YouTubers speak. Okay, that's how they do it, right? So my kids tell me, hey, you're a YouTuber, so we'll do it. But so we'll go through and do it. So let's go to the first guitar that I tested and why I tested that one, and let's hear about it.